Champions. And now we all are honored because I have the pleasure of introducing a gentleman who's going to come up here and say a few words. And not only is he the highest position in our company is called Senior Vice President, but within the company, there's a select group of individuals that the founders, the four founders of ACN, will select to be on a board called the Circle of Champions. Not only is he a Senior Vice President and Circle of Champions member, he's the #1 Senior Vice President in ACN North America. He's built an incredible business for himself and for his family. When he said he's willing to hop on here, you have no idea how thrilled we all are to have him on. So everyone, please help me welcome on top producing Senior Vice President, Circle of Champions member with a phenomenal message for everyone, Mr. Patrick Mazer. Mr. Mazer, it's all you, sir. Thank you very much.
Well, great to be on here with everybody. And, you know, I love this technology. I love the fact that we can use this technology to build a business around the world. And, you know, before I jump into my subject, I just want to let you know that, you know, you've got some incredible leadership here. James Adlam has done an amazing job, both him and his wife, senior vice presidents. And James will tell you, we drove cars from one side of the country to the other to show this business to people. I mean, we've been to more airports than we want to even talk about. I know Casey Snyder, who's on here as well, he'll tell you the same thing. And that's what you had to do, you know, and I feel like, you know, my dad talking about walking uphill to go to school in a snowstorm. Anyone know what I'm talking about? You know, but today, if you can press on a link, how many of us agree you can share information? And what this is in your hand right now is one of the most powerful weapons any of us have ever owned before. And there's going to be people in 2020 that are going to talk about how they position themselves to become free. And there's going to be people that talked about how they watch this Zoom opportunity fly right by them. See, because when you think about what we do, one, you have an unfair advantage because of leadership. You know, Regional Vice President Rhonda, who just spoke, you know, she talked about the support. She talked about having people help her, just like somebody came into my life and helped me. And when I took a look at this opportunity, I was the guy always looking for more. I don't know if anybody can relate, but I was always the person when people would call me and, hey, do you want to make extra money mowing lawns? Absolutely. Hey, can you help me move? Absolutely. And so when this came along, I just love the fact that you and I can get paid on services. Now, let me fast forward it to today, 18 years doing this alongside with my brother. We have over 100,000 customers all over the world. And every time those customers get a bill, just like you, we get paid a percentage of that bill. And here's what I'll share. It's been life-changing for us. And how many of us tonight would sleep a lot better if you had 1,000 people paying a bill that your family benefited on? See, that's where it starts in our opportunity. But look, the person you see today wasn't the person I was when I started. Number one, I was so excited when they said $199. How many of you feel the same way? That was to me like the most exciting part of the presentation. I mean, I paid more for a weed eater. Does that make sense, right? So when I looked at $199, I'm thinking to myself, you can become Amazon for $199. And how many of us agree Amazon's winning right now? Look, I don't know any business owner in the world today that's not rethinking their business, meaning everybody wants to go online. Nobody wants to brick and mortar. Everybody wants to click and order. And you and I have the opportunity to not only benefit on that ourselves, but share it with people in 27 countries around the world. But you know what? Here's the 3 things all of us need to be successful. Number one, we need an opportunity. See, there's people tonight going to bed that don't have an opportunity. Look, they're working hard and they're never going to make more than a living, yes or no? They don't have an opportunity. Look, you know, if you don't have an opportunity, doesn't matter how hard you work or what your education says on that degree. If you don't have an opportunity, you're going to work every single day to pay the bills. That's just the world that we live in, yes or no? But here's tonight, we all have an opportunity. Well, what's the second thing we're all going to need? We're going to need a skill set. Can we agree James here tonight can teach you that skill set? Why? Because he's taught other people the skill set. Matter of fact, he is by far one of the greatest trainers in the entire ACN company. Matter of fact, they've flown him to Korea. They've flown him around the world to all over Australia for him to speak on stages to train people. And can we agree he can train you? So the skill set he's going to naturally give you. Now, the skill set in our business in 2020 is, can you press a link? That's the skill set. Sharon, how many of you like that idea, right, Sharon? You can press a link. That's the only question we have. If you can press a link, Philip, you can make money in our business. People go, how complicated is it? Can you press a link? That's it. You know, now some of you can press it quick. Some of you, we need a little skills to teach you how to press it, but that's our business model. But the third thing and the most important thing is you need the mindset. See, in order for you to be successful at anything, can we agree you have to have the right mindset? Now, I came from a long line of people working for other people. So can we agree when I started ACN, I didn't question AT&T. I didn't question Dish Network. I didn't have to do any research on DirecTV. Those companies are billion-dollar entities. I question me. And what made me go from questioning me to becoming a representative to having success was training. And when ACN puts a training together, let me tell you, these guys can do something I've never seen in my entire professional career. And that is show an average person they can win an opportunity. And this upcoming weekend, you're so fortunate. If I met you next Monday, I would say in 90 days, we're going to have an unbelievable training. So if I met you on October 1st, I'd say, oh, wait till the next big event. But you're fortunate here today because we have one coming up on Saturday. Now, the question isn't whether you're going to go. I know you're going to go. It's 8:20 in the middle of a Monday night. You're driven human beings, right? How many of us agree? We're here. You know what I mean? Nobody had to tell us to get on. Nobody had to go kick our chair to tell us to get on to this event. So we're not here to talk about you. We're here to talk about enrolling other people to an event. See, how many of us would love to have James going to an event and seeing what he's been able to produce, or Casey Snyder, Regional Vice President Platinum, and seeing what he's been able to produce? See, these people have had success because somebody encouraged them to go to an event. So my best piece of advice for you here tonight is, number one, I would do as many Zoom meetings as I could between now and Saturday. All people have to do is press a link. Can we agree with that? People ask me questions. I said, the meeting is less than the questions you're asking me right now. It's 15 minutes. Now, how many of us wasted 15 minutes watching commercials in a day? Or 15 minutes paging through social media? So we know the American public has 15 minutes. That part's not a question. It's how many people can you get onto the Zoom for them to be influenced by what they hear and then come out and make a solid decision on Saturday. Because if you can get them to that event on Saturday, ACN's going to do all the work for you. How many of us just wish we had more people on this call right now? How many of us wish we had more people that were listening to this, hearing the same message you hear, getting the same level of excitement that you're getting right now? That is going to be possible because tonight is Monday and you have multiple days between today and Saturday. So look, this is probably my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my 8th Zoom presentation today, meaning whether it be a testimonial or do a presentation. And I've done this for a long time, but I understand the power of events. So how many of us agree there's a time to work and there's a time to relax? This is the time to work. And I'm telling you, in our business, I don't know anybody right now that's completely confident in what they're doing. I don't think any of us would want to buy a gym right now. I don't think any of us would want to buy a bowling alley right now. I don't think any of us would want to buy a bunch of restaurants right now. So can we agree there's a lot of people in the world that say, I'm open to online businesses, and all you got to do is promote them to meet James and meet the leadership team you guys have. They will enroll them in the vision of what this business can do for them. And then once they come out on Saturday and they get a chance to really understand the magnitude of this opportunity and what it can do for their family and how it can impact the next generation. And look, not everybody's here to make a whole bunch of money. Can we agree there's some people that are here just to start their very first business, right? There's some people here that are just making a couple extra bucks. And look, we welcome everybody. But I know there's a couple of you on here tonight that go, listen, I'm going senior vice president. What's the top position in the company? That's the position I'm applying for. And for those that I'm talking to right now, all you have to do is get them to press a link every day between now and Saturday. And you can sit back with your camera on. You can look for the people you invited out. You can see how excited they're going to be, because this is what I do know, is the way he just affected you, James is going to affect everybody you put in front of him. And I'd work him over, because over the next handful of days, you could have an army of people for this upcoming international convention. We're so excited, because if you would have been with us in 2019, I'd be talking all of you into buying a plane ticket right now. I'd be saying, listen, you need to spend $800. Your family's worth $800. If you don't have an $800 dream, you need to go get a better dream, right? And I'd be talking you into buying a hotel room. That's what we've done for literally 19 years. And we made a whole bunch of money doing it because we taught people how to become free. And so all I'm here to tell you is that opportunity we don't need to do anymore. You don't need to go spend a bunch of money. You don't need to fly across the country. You don't need to go rent hotel rooms. What you have to do is become great at inviting people on a Zoom presentation, knowing that they're going to go to that training on Saturday and they're going to see the same thing that we saw 19 years ago. An opportunity for average people to get paid the way major corporations get paid. And I'll tell you what, there is nothing better than residual income. I've never found anything better than what you're taking a look at right now. That's why we're so passionate about it. We've made a bunch of money. We could go do other things, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than helping people become free and whatever level of freedom they're looking for. So James, I appreciate you, and your wife. You guys are just special people. We travel the world together. We were in literally South Africa 2 years ago, feeding lions and hanging out and doing all kinds of fun stuff. And the best trip in the world is the one the company pays for. How many of you like a free trip where they all expense paid? Listen, you will never be right again when you come hang out with us in one of the ACN regional vice president above trips. So with that being said, James, it's an honor to be a part of your meeting here this evening. You got a special group of people. I pray that people here tonight will catch this message and join us this Saturday with a bunch of other individuals and make a difference for them and for their families as well. So I'll turn it back over to you, my friend.
Mr. Patrick Mazer, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. My best to you and your family. Grateful for everything that you've been able to do for not just myself, but for this entire company. Thank you so very much. And everyone, you've heard from phenomenal leadership. So what is this? This coming Saturday at 12 Eastern Standard Time, the ACN Level Up event. It is going to be unlike anything you have experienced. And the fact that for the first time, we get to have this virtual where people are going to be on the line from North America, from Australia, New Zealand, from Asian marketplace. There are going to be people online from Latin America. People are hopping on from Peru and Colombia. Think about that, because with technology today, we could be everywhere at the same time. You want to not only participate at this event, you want to do exactly what Mr. Mazer said, get everybody you know to this event. There's a link to be able to register, 2020level.com. Again, you want to go to 2020level.com. It's a free event, but we want to make sure everyone has we have plenty of spacing for everybody. So you want to go to 2020level.com. Just put your information in. It's going to take you to the page where the Zoom link is going to be available. There's a limited capacity of spacing. Obviously, I'm sure everybody knows that. So you want to make sure for sure that not only are you registered, but there'll also be an option to be able to get a reminder before things start. You want to make sure you choose that option. We'll send you out a text message reminder. Again, it's 2020level.com. Register for the North American event. Literally sit down from 12 to 4 and hear from some of the top people in our company, the founders of our company, the top producer. You're going to see Mr. Mazer do an incredible presentation on building your business. Everything is laid out. Everything is laid out. Literally all you have to do is go to that website, register for this event. It's a free to attend event. Invite everyone you know to see the business between now and then and get yourself plugged into this event, because it's going to be a mind-blowing experience. That is a guarantee. So on behalf of everyone that invited you on, look, we started this presentation at 8:02, right? At 8:02, we had a video. You heard 2 testimonials. I went through the presentation. All of those things were mapped out for you in 29 minutes, 27 minutes actual total. So here's what we feel. We feel like everyone has time to be able to take advantage of this, but you want to make sure you're with us this coming Saturday at 12 o'clock for the Level Up event, and history is about to be made with our company. So